Hey folks, it's Finn. Before we start, I just need to say that this vlog is going to be highly sexually explicit in what I say. So if you don't want that, navigate away. If you do, come on in. Wow, where to begin? Okay, this vlog is likely going to be quite long and possibly rather rambly because I have a lot to say and no structure of how to say it. So grab yourself a cup of tea and maybe some popcorn and let's have a catch up. It's been a while since I updated about anything relationship wise. For those who watch my channel regularly, you'll remember the vlog I did about fancying lesbians and straight men. Just trying to work out where my attraction lies, because I used to be in a lesbian relationship before I transitioned. I have been out with men in the past, but I thought that was all done with and I was completely attracted to women. And then my ex-partner, he transitioned from female to male. We did split up in the end. It wasn't to do with that. But in a splitting up, two things happened. I started to reconsider whether I actually might be attracted to men. And also in being single, it was the chance to really explore myself sexually and romantically and all of that. So I was really, really excited, but really scared about doing that. I was kind of worried about how do I explore this, because I don't feel like I'm someone that can have just one night hookups, and I don't feel like I can go out clubbing and just pick, that just doesn't feel like it's me. And I found out this idea about a cuddle party. I will link to a vlog rather than explain all that here, but that was an amazing opportunity for me to explore what it was like for other people to touch my body and for me to touch other people's body and to be in proximity to other genders and how that felt. And it was amazing, and I was so excited about this year ahead of me that I had, now that I was like a year single and ready, where I was going to go to cuddle parties, I was going to explore all sorts of random radical stuff and really try and heal the stuff in my past that's been sexually just wrong, and try and discover who I am, what makes me tick, who I'm attracted to. All of that was a really exciting year planned, but then surgery went wrong. So excited for January and for getting my final stage of surgery done, because to me that meant I was ready. You know, if everything was complete down there, then I was comfortable and ready to go out and date and have sex and all of that. Not only did I not have stage 3, which was distressing in itself, but I was unhooked, and as I've described on my other videos, it's left me in a state underneath which is very triggering dysphoric wise, because it looks very much like an old female part where they've opened me up underneath. I will again link to a vlog about that. So I'd kind of gone, right, I can't have anyone near me. My dysphoria had gone through the roof. I couldn't, even just cuddles were too much. And I just thought, well, now until I'm hooked up and until I've had the final stage, nothing is going to be happening. And I think that was part of why I've got so low lately. I was just so excited for this year of moving into this new phase of development in discovering myself, and then that was taken away, and it was just absolutely distressing. I was scared in every way possible because I have never ever dated in sobriety. Every partner I've ever met, I've met drunk. With my ex-partner, I got sober when we were 4 months into the relationship. So I've never had that experience. I've never really had a sexual relationship sober. Me and my ex, well, our sex life wasn't working, so there was all this fear, do I like men, do I like women, am I really even concerned, do I just like every gender, what is it going to be like dating as I'm trans, what is it going to be like dating as a sober man? In every way possible, I was a 43-year-old virgin. Well, I'm not now. I can't believe this, and I know that everybody that's been watching my channel is just going to go, what? You know how dysphoric I was about down there, right? Somehow, I've had sex. Shall we backtrack and I'll try and explain what the devil's gone on to make this happen, okay? Well, when I was looking about this cuddle party and this, this big scary idea of going to a cuddle party and cuddling random people, I put a Facebook status out, said, has anybody ever heard of this? Is it some strange cult? Am I going to be like kidnapped? All of this. And a friend of mine put me in touch with somebody who is in this kind of line of work. She does kind of what's called sexological bodywork. I'll put a link at the bottom to explain what that is. Anyway, I was chatting online to her, and she kind of really encouraged me and reassured me as to what cuddle parties were about. And it's because of her that I decided to go to this cuddle party, and it was fantastic. Anyway, skip forward a little while, and this woman ends up in Dawlish because who would know, but Dawlish seems to be the epicentre of all things sexological, bodywork, somatics, and all this kind of new stuff I'm only just finding out about. So she comes here for a course, and she asked me if I'd like to meet up, which I said yes to. And it's actually a very nervous thing for me because I'm very much, well, I'm better at meeting new people now, but it tends to be new trans guys I meet, not women. I find I could be quite awkward around women these days. It's quite strange. But I said yes, and we met up, and we just clicked instantly. There was a real, genuine connection. I know I could feel that. But as I've described before, my attraction has been stuck here. Like, I've been able to look at women and look at men and go, oh yes, they're attractive on a logical level, but no feelings were dropping in. And it was that happening with her. And I kind of thought she liked me, but wasn't sure because I'm rubbish at reading signals. Anyway, we had some lovely kind of just hugs and stuff, and it was really nice. And she went back home, and we were kind of chatting on Facebook, and it was becoming very apparent there was definitely feelings on both sides. And we'd kind of arranged to have this Skype call and have a chat about it, and I just totally freaked out. I totally freaked out. So that I can't do this. I can't be in a relationship. My mood was awful. My relationship with my body was awful. I was just, I can't do this. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, I can't. And she's such a lovely human being. She's just so gentle and compassionate and understanding and gently persuasive. And she was just like, it's okay. It's okay. And we just kept chatting, and she said, well, why do it'd be really lovely for you to come and see me. So I did a complete U-turn and went from, no, I'm not doing it, to packing my bags and going away to stay with somebody that I really didn't know hugely well in their house for a few days. So that was hugely brave, but this is what I've been trying to do, I've been trying to be brave, and I just thought, you can't keep running from this thing. I my mood was starting to kind of lift a bit, so I thought, you've got to try this, you've got to do this, just got to, in the recovery program I'm in, the only way to deal with anything is to face it. I know that, so I had to go. I'm so glad I did. I don't know how it happened. I was just so, nervous, and because she's into sexological bodywork, this is what she does for a living. It's basically about getting you back in touch with your embodied sexual self, and it's used for kind of trauma and sexual issues and sexual learning. It's just a massive field, and it's so incredibly interesting. But because she's does all this, she's very good at boundaries, about stating what she'd like or what would you like. Her vocabulary around kind of intimacy is amazing. I'm useless. I'm so naive sexually. It's so embarrassing to say this, but it's the truth. I just have not been able to communicate my needs, even with a partner. It was always very difficult to actually communicate what I wanted. And anyway, she's really skilled at that. So it was very much me kind of sitting there, kind of inside, kind of going, oh my god, oh my god. And her kind of going, can I give you a hug, and all of that. We had this beautiful, we've got a tree. Oh my god, this is just so funny. We've got this little tree we kind of sat on the first time we were together. This has happened twice now, by the way. This last week was my second week down with her. I was down about 3 weeks ago for a few days, and then last week I was down for almost, a week in the end. I got back yesterday. Anyway, so we were kind of sat on this tree, which we've revisited since in different states now. And she just sort of said, I can feel that if anybody's going to be forward, it's going to be me, and is that okay? And can I put my arm around you and all of this? And I was honestly wanting everything that she asked for, but I couldn't connect with it. There was just so much fear, and I could feel my whole body stiffening because I had all this dysphoria about the way it looked, the way it felt, the way it smelled, and all of this. And I was just like this heightened sense of anxiety, but this pulling of you, this is right at the same time. It was just so difficult to explain. Anyway, we spent some lovely time together, and one night I was sleeping in my own bed. She had my own room for me with a lock on it just in case. Anyway, so one night she came into my room, she said goodnight, and she just looked at me and said, can I kiss you? And I said yes, and she did. And then she went to bed, and I just kind of lived there laying at the sea and going, my God, I just kissed a woman. I just kissed that woman. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then I went to sleep and woke up the next morning and I went, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then it just escalated. We were just kind of lying on her bed, having a really lovely cuddle, and I was really quite upset at some point. I had to chat with my friend about this when I had some moments alone, because I said, what's wrong with me? Am I just emotionally dead because nothing's happening? I can logically feel feelings, but I can't actually feel feelings, and I don't know what to do. I want to run home and all of that, and it's just really odd. Anyway, we're lying on the bed. Okay, this is going to be the explicit bit. We're lying on the bed, and one of the things she does as a sexological body worker is just kind of holding parts of you. And I think this is why it was feeling much more comfortable. If anybody else had done this, I would have said no. But anyway, she said to me, can I put my hand on your cock? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So I said yes. And something about that embodied sense of having her connect with the most scary part of me just seemed to unlock something. And the first initial feeling was wanting to cry. It was just like this rush of just, I don't know, relief, and it was just like all these barriers just went, and just, it went from there, really. I'm not going to go into details about what happened from there, but we had sex. Oh yes, we did. And it didn't matter that I can't get an erection yet. It didn't matter that my bits down there are a bit strange. She made none of it matter. I felt like a complete man. I just felt like a complete me. And it's made me realise that actually what's happened over time, I've spoke about this before, where I had this feeling after top surgery where I'd moved from wanting to be a man, feeling like a man, and then into knowing I was a man. And I feel I've really started to embody the feeling that I am a man in kind of social, mental, physical ways. But it had never dropped in sexually. I'd never felt sexually male. And the experiences with her have really kind of brought that out, that I'm looking at my body and everything in a completely new way. It's just like I've dropped into my body in a way I hadn't before. I had so many old issues of poor sexual relationships, bad experiences, doing things I shouldn't, all of that. And in just a couple of experiences with this wonderful woman, a lifetime of healing has gone on, and I can't even properly put it into words. It's just incredible. It really is. I had no idea that it was possible for sex to feel this good. I'm so incredibly grateful. I don't know what is going to happen from now. To explain a little bit about her, she's watching this, by the way. Hello. I do have her permission to talk about this, so that's okay. But yeah, a little bit about her. She does relationships very differently. At first she described herself as polyamorous to me, but actually she said she doesn't really think she's poly. It's kind of ethical non-monogamy. It's all of that. She basically embraces the idea of being with different people for different reasons and whatever, and is very open to that, and has cultivated that because of her own experiences in the past. And when she initially told me when she first visited Dawlish, I was gutted because I quite liked her, and I was like, oh God, I know I can do that. You know, I've been cheated on and all sorts in the past, and that just brings up memories of that, and I thought, there's no way I want that. But do you know what? It's actually quite appealing to me now. I mean, she's away this week at an event, and there may be a chance that she'll be with people this week. And is it bothering me? No. There's feelings about it, but it's more of a curiosity of how does it feel rather than ooh, that's not nice. So, I don't know, but I'm not actually that bothered about not knowing, because she's awoken me up in such a huge way, not just like in touch with my sexuality and my sex drive, but in touch with like trying all sorts of stuff. I think I've been squashing a lot of my own thoughts, desires and feelings and needs down because they've just never been met. When my sex drive first arrived on T, when I was like, a month on T, and it was like, phew, I was in a relationship where we weren't having sex, so I never really got to explore that, and I was kind of self-pleasuring and my partner wasn't comfortable with that, and there was loads of shame around it, and so I squashed it down, and so my sex drive lessened. It still was more than it was pre-tea, but it lessened because I squashed it, and right now my sex drive is back like it was in early days on tea. I do not go more than 5 minutes without thinking about sex right now. It's intense. I am just completely insatiable. It's through the roof. It's incredible. I don't know if it's staying like this. I'm holding it lightly, but it's amazing to finally be allowed to embrace this, and for everything that I'm feeling and thinking to be okay, and she echoes back stuff to me, and it's just like, yes, it's all great. So waffling, this is going on quite a bit, isn't it? I do apologise, but I just have so much to say and share with you, because this is such an incredible feeling to move from huge dysphoria to this huge, just like, touch me wherever feeling. It's just, I have no shame. Every bit that's open and weird and whatever is still male, and I really feel that. I couldn't feel that logically before, no matter how much I was telling myself that it's all okay. I had to have that experience of somebody looking at me and saying, well, it's a male part that's just a little on the different. She didn't even have to say it. It was just the way she was moving with me and touching with me that was just validating in just phenomenal ways. So yes, this relationship dynamic is a very new one, and I'm not 100% sure about it, but I can see the potential for it. I just don't know how it's going to affect me yet. At the moment, it isn't affecting me. In fact, I'm open to now go and do some more dating. I really want the experience of kissing a man. I really still want to explore this, and I have a date next week. Yes, I know. I'll talk more about that on another vlog. But yes, but it does appeal to me in terms of that could be beneficial. But whatever happens, I'm okay. People I think have been a bit concerned of, oh, don't want you to get hurt, don't want you to get hurt. But actually, I'm no more likely to get hurt because she's in open relationships, non-monogamy, whatever, than I would be if she wasn't. When you date, you open yourself up to being hurt, don't you? You just do. That's how it is. But it's when you keep the right head state about it. And I did get a bit lost in it last week because it was so intense, and I cancelled lots of life events, and everything was a kind of up the wall, and it was a bit awkward. Blah, blah, blah. But actually, what I've not lost sight of is that I know she's not mine. I know that this is not necessarily like a lifetime thing, and that's okay, because she's given me this amazing gift that I will forever be grateful for. You know, she's, whatever happens, I'm never going to be the same again. You know, I didn't think this was ever possible. I thought I was just broken sexually. I thought maybe it's because of my history or because I'm trans or all of this, that I would have to kind of make do, that maybe I would just pleasure myself and meet a partner that would be my companion and that would be alright. No, it's not alright. I don't want that. I want sex. I want intimacy. I want exploration. I want it. Oh my God, I want all of that. And that was something that I wasn't asked about before. I just, you know, I was just like, it's just too hard work. I can't be dealing with it. So, oh my God, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. This new embodied sense is amazing, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it evolves from here, in terms of like how it evolves with this woman and how it evolves with me, because I'm exploring all sorts of different communities now to try all different sorts of things, which anybody that knows me would just be like, what? Who are you? Yeah, I don't know. So, really random and really long update. If you've got to the end of this, thank you so much. Let's have a conversation. If you've had anything similar, just be lovely to drop a message in the comments. Has anyone else had this kind of complete sexual paradigm shift? It is literally like my whole thoughts and feelings about sex and doing sex have just shifted on their head. You know, it's just this massive sexual awakening shift, incredibleness. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And breathe. At the moment, the schedule for my vlogs is completely off the wall, so I'm just going to be uploading randomly at the moment, and I will upload a vlog about my upcoming date. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Update soon.